everyone. Things have been crazy recently. I hope you're all safe and staying at home if you can. It's been almost 3 weeks into social distancing for me, and I've been trying some new things. I thought I would share them here if you're also looking for things to do at home. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple rattan coaster. It's actually a lot easier than it looks, and you might have most of the tools at home already, or you can easily buy it on Amazon. Alright, let's get started. First, you're gonna need some round reed. I got this big bundle on Amazon for $15. You're also gonna need a ruler, a pair of scissors or nippers are better, an owl tool, or if you don't have one, I'm just using a really skinny screwdriver, 2mm one. And lastly, you're gonna need a bucket of water. First, you're gonna soak about 4 to 5 really long pieces of the reed in water for about 20 minutes. This will make the rattan soft, malleable, and won't break as you work with it. After 20 minutes, take out the reed, but keep the bowl nearby. You're gonna need the water to rehydrate the reed as you go. Now you're gonna take the reed and you're gonna cut 11 pieces that are 38 centimeters in length. I find the easiest way is to just measure the first one and then use that one to cut the other 10 pieces. Now you're going to take the 11 pieces and make sure that it matches up on one end. It's okay if the other side doesn't match up perfectly, and you're just going to fold it in half gently. You want to apply enough pressure that there is a bend and mark, but not enough that it'll snap the reed. Now the fold is your center line. And you're going to separate the pieces into 6 and 5, and you're going to form a cross with the 5 pieces underneath and the 6 pieces going horizontally across, like so. Now you're going to take a long uncut piece, and this is what you'll be using to weave the majority of your coaster, so you would want it as long as possible. And you're going to place it vertically behind the horizontal pieces next to the vertical piece, like so. And now you're going to wrap it upwards on top of the horizontal wing as tightly as you can against all sides while keeping it flat. And then you're going to bring it down underneath again to the left underneath the vertical wing. You can rotate your hand like so to bring it underneath. Now you're gonna go again to the left, but this time bring the strand on top. Again, holding it as tightly as you can to all sides. And now you're gonna bring it around and underneath. So it's always over, under, over, under. After one rotation, it should look something like this. Now you're just gonna do it one more time exactly the way that you did it the last time, keeping the strands really close but flat against the previous rotation that you did. After you're done a full circle, there should be 2 parallel lines. Now with the strand underneath, you're going to bring it back over top in the opposite direction that you were going in before. So now you're going to go over top, and now underneath, over top again, and underneath. And you're going to do the same thing till you have another 2 parallel strands on the opposite side. One thing that you want to watch out for is that as you go in the circle, make sure that the strands are touching each other but not on top of each other. This way at the end you'll have a flatter coaster. Make sure to check both sides and that there are 2 strands on each side. As you see here, I wasn't done, so I had to go one more turn. And now with this long piece, you're going to start weaving it over and under every 2 of the wing pieces. So you're going to take the strand and you're going to pull 2 of the wing pieces aside and you're going to tuck it underneath the next 2, like so. And then you're going to take it over the next 2. So as you can see, it's already over that one. You're just going to pull one more from the other wing. You're just going to bring one from the other wing over. So it's already underneath these 2, and now you're going to bring it over the next 2. One thing to watch out for here is that at first the rattan won't want to separate like that, but eventually they'll all kind of move into position on their own. You just want to watch out that the piece that you're weaving with, you're weaving a tight circle. So as close as you can to that middle circle. So you're gonna keep going like this until you have a circle that is around 9 centimeters in diameter. If you feel like the rattan is getting hard to work with or drying out, make sure to dip it in the bucket of water that you set aside to rehydrate. This will prevent any of the reeds from breaking. So as you can see now, after 2 or 3 rotations and pulling the rattans apart, they look like they've been there since the beginning now, and they're pretty evenly spread out. At this stage, it's a lot easier to be weaving it. Again, don't forget to put it into the water bucket once in a while to rehydrate, and check the size of it until you get to 9 centimeters in diameter. And I'm just going to check the size of it again. Make sure to check it in 2 directions so that it's going to be an even circle. So coincidentally, I actually finished my reed at 9 centimeters, but if you had extra reed here, you can just go ahead and cut it off when it's behind a piece like this. So before you begin the next step, make sure that you rehydrate the reed that you're working with right now. And you're gonna take your Allen tool or your screwdriver and you're gonna make a space alongside each of the wings. So you're gonna slide your screwdriver as far in as you can. Ideally it would reach almost the center point, and you're gonna take a new reed. It doesn't have to be the longest piece, just long enough for that wing, and you're gonna cut a diagonal so that it goes in easier, and you're gonna slide it where you made that space next to that wing, like so. And you're going to cut it to the same length as the other 2 wing pieces, and you're going to scooch it together. And now on the other side of the wing piece, you're going to make another insert, and the same thing, you're going to insert a new piece and cut it to the same size as that wing. You're going to do this all the way around on all the wing pairs that are sticking out. Now this is basically the last step. You might want to rehydrate your reed again at this point, but you're going to take the 4 strands that you created and you're going to bring it behind the 4 next to it, like so, making sure that it's lying flat and parallel. And then you're going to bring it over top the next 4 and underneath the next 4. So you're going to use your left hand to hold this in place for now, and you're going to use your right hand and take the next 4 and do the same thing. Bring it underneath and then over top and then underneath. So as you go along, you'll notice that it'll start holding its place without you having to use your hand to hold it. So again, you're going to take that 4, bring it underneath the next 4, over top the next wing, and again underneath the next wing. You're going to keep going around like this. One thing that's important is just to make sure that they all lie flat and the reeds don't kind of fold over each other. The last 2 is where it gets a little bit complicated. You're gonna take the wing again, go underneath. You're still following the same step, but this time you're gonna have to thread it through in order to get it over top the next wing. So you're gonna thread it where it should be going to go underneath the 4th wing over there. So bring that one just through that opening like so, making sure that the reeds are lying flat. Now for the last wing, same thing. It should go underneath the wing next to it, but over top the next one. So you're gonna have to slide it through that opening. You might need to adjust that wing a little bit to loosen it up so there's more space for you to slide that wings through. So you're gonna bring it behind and through. So it's supposed to go over the next one, but underneath the one after that. So you're gonna thread it through right there. Now from here, you're just gonna wanna tighten up so that there is as little openings as possible. So just from behind, pull on the loose wings as tightly as you can without them overlapping each other. And then you kind of want to smooth it out. This will help the coaster hold itself in place since we're not using glue or anything to stick it together. Once you're happy with that, you're just gonna turn it around and you're gonna cut all the extra reed that's sticking out. You wanna cut them at a diagonal at the point kind of where they're behind the wing. Voila, you have your coaster. If you find that it's curled up a little bit, that's okay. You can place it underneath some books or something really heavy for a night and let it dry, and that will help it keep flat and hold its shape. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to make your own coaster at home. Hope you're all staying safe. See you in the next video. Bye.